Hello, hi. For this week, we are asked to answer the question: Is your pulse displaying features of imbalance? Um, I am not sure right now because it feels fine. It actually feels fine. It doesn't feel hot as it used to. It feels like right now I'm digesting, and I did feel like sharp qualities around the pitta finger, Paccia Capita, I think. And it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Um, and the same as the deep pulse. However, I don't feel much under the kapha finger. So, having said that, and knowing that I have sinuses issues, there may be this may be a case of raising eyebrows, like it was mentioned in the videos, and say, okay, how long have you been dealing with this? You know, if I went to see a doctor now, an Ayurvedic doctor, they say, okay, how long have you been dealing with this? And I say, oh, 20, 30 years of sinuses issues. And then he's like, that's a big eyebrow raising, because that case we can talk about, as far as Kshatriya Kal, we can talk about stage 6 perhaps, when there are complications. I would go up a level I would go up a level stage 5 right now, because reactive, so it's manifestation in terms of it comes in, it comes out, it goes in and out, so it's not as bad as it was a few months ago. And I've done a lot of work with Ayurveda. I've done a lot of work with taking some um, homeopathic remedies. Um, I'm working with the surgeons, so that's when it's very interesting, when Ayurveda becomes interesting, because Ayurveda becomes more successful when we are working in tandem with other practitioners, with other therapies, and and that's when we can, in this particular case of my sinuses, we can move up and down the ladder of stages. So as I said, it doesn't have to be complication anymore. We may be going up to a level and going to the level of manifestation, or maybe localization, um, and so on and so forth, until most of the symptoms start to get released. They don't carry themselves over anymore, or they show up, and then we may know how to deal with them from the perspective of lifestyle, diet, environment. As far as the symptoms are concerned, they may shift. The symptoms may not be like I sneeze every day 5 million times a day. I sneeze once a week. Or the heat is only once a month, whereas before the heat was felt every single day. But then I will only be able to tell if this is carry on when I go back to desert, and the weather is going to be very hot and very different. So there's a number of things that can be taken into consideration um, when when it comes to identifying the stage of the disease. And also, I would like to mention that the disease in this particular case may just be an Ayurvedic disease. So it may not be intended as, oh my God, there's like whatever. Although in my case, I know it's a breathing thing. It's actually quite structured, so the nose is a little bit bent. But nonetheless, resolvable. I mean, this is my understanding. So yeah, summarizing in brief, I say yes, you can identify an imbalance from your pulse, and that will give you an idea, the imbalance from the pulse, and the conversation with the patient about how long discomfort has been, what kind of discomfort do you have, how long has this been showing, will allow us to identify the stage. And then knowing whether we're working with other practitioners, other experts, will also increase the chances of bringing a more integrated approach to the picture and resolving the symptoms in its own time. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.